Have you ever judged someone by the way they looked, only to find out you just disrespected a billionaire? Imagine kicking a man out of your store, only to discover minutes later he owns the whole place. Well, that's exactly what happened when a car dealership manager threw out a quiet customer in shades and a hoodie. And that customer just happened to be Snoop Dogg. This story isn't just about a mistake. It's about redemption, second chances, and the life-changing power of kindness. So sit back, because you're not ready for the twist that comes at the halfway point. It was a drizzly Tuesday afternoon in downtown Los Angeles. The air smelled faintly of wet asphalt and car wax. The sleek glass doors of LA Motors, an upscale car dealership nestled between two high-end fashion stores, slid open. A man stepped in quietly. He wore black Chuck Taylors, oversized sweats, and a hoodie pulled low over his eyes. The showroom lights gleamed off the rows of luxury vehicles, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, and brand-new Range Rovers. He walked slowly past a blood-red Maybach, running his hand along the polished metal. A couple of salesmen peeked over their desks, then looked away with a smirk. Sales R1 whispering. Another window shopper. Sales RP2 snickering. Probably just here to take selfies. And then came Frank. Frank Campbell was the general manager of the dealership. He was tall, silver-haired, and sharp-jawed. He prided himself on maintaining a high-end, exclusive image for the showroom. When he spotted the hooded man leaning into the Bugatti, he stormed over. Frank's turn. "Sir, can I help you?" The man turned slightly, revealing his shades. He didn't say a word, just smiled. Frank, irritated. "We don't allow loitering. If you're not here to make a serious purchase, I'll have to ask you to leave." There was a pause. You could hear the rain tapping gently against the window. The man pulled back his hood slowly. He looked directly at Frank. Still, Frank didn't recognize him. Snoop calmly. "Just browsing, my man." Frank firm. "Then browse elsewhere." He pointed toward the exit. And with a shrug, the man turned and walked out. No protest, no fuss. But not before glancing back at the Maybach. The very same model he had custom designed 2 weeks ago. Not even 15 minutes had passed before Frank's assistant, Ellie, rushed in holding a manila envelope. She looked pale. Her voice trembled. Ellie shaking. "Frank, you need to see this." Inside was a legal packet. Change of ownership. LA Motors. Effective immediately. New owner. Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr. Frank blinked. "Who the hell is that?" She turned her phone to show a picture. Frank nearly dropped the envelope. Snoop Dogg. The man he just kicked out was the dealership's new owner. Later that afternoon, Snoop returned, this time in a black Rolls-Royce Phantom. He stepped out, flanked by 2 assistants, and walked straight through the dealership doors. The staff froze. Frank's face turned ghost white. Snoop grinning. "What's good, everybody? Nice little place you got here, Frank. Or should I say, I got here." A slow ripple of stunned silence filled the showroom. Snoop didn't raise his voice. He didn't yell. He just smiled. But that smile carried power. The truth came out later that week in a company-wide meeting. Snoop took the stage. Jeans, gold chains, and all. And with surprising humility, he told them why he bought the dealership. It wasn't to flex. It wasn't revenge. He told a story from years ago, before the fame, about a car dealer in Long Beach who treated him like dirt. He remembered swearing to himself, "One day I'm gonna own a place like this. And when I do, I'ma run it with heart." Then he looked around the room. "Snoop, softly. I ain't here to fire nobody. I'm here to change lives." In the following weeks, Snoop made sweeping changes. He gave the janitor Mr. Lou, a quiet man who'd worked there 17 years without a raise, a promotion to facilities manager. He paid off the student loans of Ellie, the assistant who treated him kindly when she found out who he was. And then he gave Frank a choice. Resign quietly, or stay and learn. To everyone's shock, Frank stayed. Frank went from scoffing at customers in hoodies to personally helping a single mom finance her first car. He worked side by side with the staff he used to bark at. He stayed late. He even laughed. One day, he found himself sitting on the showroom floor beside Snoop, sipping coffee. "Frank, sincerely. I judged you the second you walked in. And you gave me a second chance I didn't deserve." Snoop, smiling. "Everybody deserves one, homie. That's what this place is about now." LA Motors became something new. Not just a dealership but a community space. People came from across the city, not just to buy cars but to feel something real. And Snoop. He showed up often, not to flaunt his power, but to remind people that kindness isn't weakness. It's strength. Voiceover to camera. So next time you see someone walk into your life and they don't look the way you expect, take a second. Look deeper. Because you never know when that stranger might just change your life. If this story moved you even a little, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that prove kindness still matters. And if you've ever been judged or given someone a second chance, tell us in the comments below. Stay kind. And we'll see you in the next one.